Hello, Dr. Joe here of the drjoe.com and the 2020from.com. Ever since I published my video on celery juice about 11 months ago or so, one question has been recurrent, and it is, can I use celery smoothie in place of the celery juice? And my answer has always been, no, you can't. And the reason why I stuck by that was because to get the 500 milliliters of celery juice, which is 16 ounces of the celery juice, you will need 2 bunches of celery. And by 2 bunches, I'm referring to 2 of this. So this is a bunch of celery, okay? This is a bunch. This is how my supermarket presents it. This is a bunch. So you need 2 of these to make 500 milliliters of celery juice, and that's 16 ounces. Now, as you can tell, it's going to be difficult for you to consume smoothie from 2 bunches of this in one session. So that's the reason I've been discouraging people from doing the celery smoothie instead of the celery juice. But recently I've had a brainwave, and I've decided to carry out an experiment on the celery smoothie, and I've been doing that over the last 30 days. In actual fact, more than 30 days, because I'm into the 2nd month now of using celery smoothie every day. And that's what you're going to find out in this video. Now, the way this video is going to work is I'm going to give you 2 of my celery smoothie recipes. I've got more than 2, but I'm just going to demonstrate 2. And then after that, I'm going to tell you what my experience has been using the celery smoothie over the last 30 days. So let's get started. Here is one of the celery smoothie recipes that I've been consuming in the last 30 days. So what do we need for this celery smoothie recipe? Well, of course, we're going to need celery. So what I've got in here, I've got 8 celery sticks already sliced and diced, okay? Now, I aim to use at least 8 celery sticks. Sometimes I use more. It all depends on how much celery you can stuff into your blender cup, okay? So for instance, I used the NutriBullet cup here, and I can get about 8 celery sticks in there, even if you have to do it in 2 batches. So you blend the first batch first of all to reduce the bulk, and then you add in some more, okay? And indeed we're going to be doing that now. So that's what I do. So celery is needed, of course. What else we need? Well, I want to improve the taste. I want the taste to be a little bit good. So I aim to also add 1 or 2 fruits. So for this smoothie recipe, we're going to be using kiwi. So I've got 2 kiwis here. You can use 1 or 2 fruits, okay? Either the same type of fruit or 2 different types of fruit. So without further ado, let's get smoothie in. So we're going to stuff in the celery now into the NutriBullet cup, okay? So this is the first batch. We have to do it in 2 batches to reduce the bulk, and then we add in some water, okay? Add some water in, and then it's blitzing time. So we do it in 2 batches, okay? So we've reduced the bulk. Next we're going to do now is add some more, okay? More of the celery. And then we add the fruit. Okay? Blitz again. Excellent. So let's put this aside. There we go. So smoothie number 1 is ready. Okay? I aim to finish all of this. All right? So let's just give it a taste. the celery taste is still very much out there. It's not overpowered by the kiwi. So just the way I like it in this instance. So this is celery smoothie number 1. I'll show you another version of the smoothie shortly. This is version 2 of the celery smoothie. Of course, we got the celery. In this plate here, I've got about 10 sticks of the celery. You know, the inner shoots are a little bit slimmer, so that's why I've got about 10. Hopefully, we will be able to stuff all of them inside the NutriBullet cup. What about the fruits we're going to use? Well, we've got mango here. This is one mango. Now, I tend to use about 4 fruits, so mango, bananas, apples, and kiwis. Those are the fruits I tend to use. Weirdly enough, I haven't used any of the berries, you know, like the strawberry and blueberries. You can try that out and let me know what the taste is like, if it is good. So now, another thing about the fruits is they are not just there as taste ornaments. They do have a function. You know, fruits have antioxidants as well, and they got, you know, other phytochemicals. So the fruits are also adding to the benefits that you get from the celery smoothie. So yeah, use the fruits. You can use either 1 or 2 fruits. It's up to you. Okay. So for this one, we're gonna be using the mango. So let's load up the celery. Like I said, hopefully we'll get all of the 10 celery sticks inside this NutriBullet cup. Add some water. Okay, so blitzing time. I love blitzing. Get the NutriBullet machine, and then let's go. So, batch 1 done. Let's load some more celery. So now time to add the fruits. Okay, I think we are ready. Ooh, it's looking yummy. Look at that. Let's pour. Like I said in the other one, I aim to use all of this. So here we go. This is really, really good. Seriously, it is. It will make a perfect companion to your morning, afternoon, or evening. Really nice. Okay. So this is version 2 of the celery smoothie. Next, I'm going to talk to you about how I have felt and how you can use the celery smoothie to your advantage. So those are 2 recipes there for you to adopt. You can mix and match the fruits. Just experiment with it and see how you get on. Now, before I tell you about what my experience has been over the last 30 days and longer, because I'm into the 2nd month now, I just want to make 2 points. And the first one is this. You do not necessarily have to add the fruits to the smoothie. You don't have to. If you can have the pure celery smoothie without the fruits, I will encourage that, because by so doing, you can actually stuff in more celery sticks, and the more celery we have in the smoothie, the better. So if you can do without the fruits, go ahead and do that. In fact, you can actually mix and match. Some days you just have the pure celery smoothie, other days you can add the fruits. Maybe something like that will make it more exciting. Okay, so that's the first point. The second point is this. I do not want you to view the celery smoothie as a miracle solution to every ailment under the sun. Okay, please do not view it as a miracle solution. What I'm about to say here is anecdotal. It is not scientific. Okay, it's based on my experience. So please view it with caution. It's just based purely on my experience. Okay, so let's get on with it. Now, here's what happened. Every time I had the celery smoothie, I felt full. Okay, and it's not surprising because celery's got lots of insoluble fiber, so it gives you that feeling of fullness. And indeed, the more celery I stuffed into the smoothie, the fuller I felt. So that was a good thing, which meant I could actually use it as a meal replacement, okay? Because it kept hunger at bay for a good 5 hours, which is not bad, okay? So that was one of the things that I experienced. And now, going on from that, because I used it as a meal replacement, something else happened that I didn't actually plan for. So at work, some of my colleagues have been commenting that I've lost some weight, and I've been denying it. I said, no, I haven't lost any weight because my weight is fairly steady. Anyway, at the end of 30 days, I decided to weigh myself, and to my surprise, I had lost 3.2 kilograms, which was really surprising, I have to say. That's about 7 pounds in just about a month. And I thought, whoa. And why is that? Well, it's because I used the celery smoothie as a meal replacement. Celery is a low-calorie food. It's got practically very few calories. So when you use that as a meal replacement, you will easily go into calorie deficit, so long as you're not overeating for the rest of the day, okay? So that's a tip there for you, okay? So going on from feeling full, using it as a meal replacement, something else happened. I also noticed whilst being on the smoothie that my number 2, my poop, sorry about this, my apologies, my poop was quite soft. So the lot softer, it comes out very easily. That's something I noticed. And if for people who have problems with constipation, if you've got problems with constipation, I will highly recommend using the celery smoothie, because it's got plenty of insoluble fiber as well as soluble fiber. Small amount of soluble fiber, more insoluble than soluble. But so long as you drink plenty of water to go with it, to go with the smoothie, you're going to be more regular. Yeah, something else for you to consider there. So the next point I want to make is this. This was another pleasant surprise for me. I have been hypertensive now for a good 20 years this year. And because of that, the high blood pressure has affected my kidneys. So I belong to the chronic kidney disease stage 2 category, what we call CKD stage 2. I recently did my kidney function test, and I was really surprised. My GFR has gone up. I'm still within the CKD stage 2 bracket. However, it's gone up. My GFR has gone up. So is it possible that the celery did contribute? Possibly. Like I said, this is anecdotal. It's not scientific. But of course, I'm doing other things to help control my blood pressure. So those are also contributory. But I suspect that the celery has played some part in this, okay? But like I said, it's not scientific. This is anecdotal, okay? So that's that. The next point I want to make is regarding blood sugar. I need to talk about this because I know diabetics are going to ask this question, and I might as well just answer it straight away. What I usually say is this, because the question is going to be, can diabetics actually use this celery smoothie? My answer is usually that you test yourself after consuming the smoothie. Test yourself 1 hour and 2 hours after consuming it, and then see how your blood sugar behaves. If the smoothie spikes you, then you may need to adjust the recipe, use a lesser amount of fruit, and then test yourself again and see whether your blood sugar responds better this time around. If it still spikes you, what I will advise then is that you just use the pure celery smoothie, because I'm pretty confident that just using the pure celery smoothie without the fruits, you should be fine, because celery has very few carbs, so it's very unlikely celery will spike your blood sugar. I'm pretty confident about that. Next thing I want to talk about is sleep. Well, I have slept well. Whether it's purely due to the celery is difficult to say, but I have slept well since I've been using it. And of course, celery's got magnesium, it's got potassium, it's got calcium, so all of that will help with sleep. Of course, I do other things as well that facilitate my sleep, so it's difficult to attribute my good sleep to the celery itself. So just something for you to bear in mind. Next I want to talk about is blood pressure. Was it good for my blood pressure? Well, yes, it was. But this is a little bit difficult for me to attribute to celery only because, of course, I've been doing other things to help control my blood pressure. So what I will say is my blood pressure didn't go up whilst I was using the celery smoothie. So and like I said, I'm still on it and my blood pressure is still behaving itself. So yes, you know, it's certainly good for blood pressure. I've said that before. The juice is certainly good for blood pressure. That much I can say. The smoothie has certainly helped. So yeah, I would say, yeah, use it for blood pressure lowering purposes. But like I always say, this is anecdotal, okay? It's not scientific, but it's worked for me. The next thing I want to talk about are two possible applications that the celery smoothie will be suitable for. Now, the first one is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Now, to resolve non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, you need to consume low energy foods that don't pound your liver with lots of sugar. And celery fits that bill. What I would suggest is if you're going to use it for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, you should use the pure celery smoothie without the fruits, because you want to reduce the sugar load that you send into the liver when you're trying to resolve non-alcoholic fatty liver. So it's ideal for that. It's at least a starting point, okay? Now, the next application I want to talk about is possible reversal of autoimmune diseases. Now, this is an offshoot of one of my colleagues who is a medical doctor herself. She used to have lupus. She reversed her lupus using food, using smoothies, and yeah, you know, she's helping hundreds of people do the same thing. And the premise of the program is A, you stop eating inflammatory foods, B, you consume lots of nutrient dense foods, and C, you improve your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, so you consume more foods with omega-3 and consume less of omega-6 foods. So and it appears to be working. She's getting good results, and I think using the celery smoothie can be a springboard. So what can you do? Well, use the recipe as I demonstrated earlier on, and all you need to do is add some omega-3 foods. So foods like avocado, chia seeds, flax seeds, add them every now and again to every smoothie that you prepare. That way you'll be putting yourself on a footing towards reversal of autoimmune diseases. So hopefully you enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, please like the video, and also please pass on this video to friends, family and colleagues. If you haven't joined us yet at the 2020 forum platform, please go ahead and join us there. If you got any questions, any comments, go ahead, leave them down below as usual. I think that's about it. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out.